NFL's over.
Dude, it's time to cry.
It's really time to cry. I feel like I spent most weeks exhausted after football, and then you wait for more product, and then you consume more football, and now we have a month where we can rest for a little bit and then wonder where the hell the football is. So,
yeah, it was a good season. The scriptwriters really, they jumped the shark a few times with the plot, but we haven't gotten to the finale yet. So we're just, we'll just relax and, season 56 of NFL football is now in the books. Not my favorite.
They're getting really close to season 8 Game of Thrones territory, though. They got
season 42 and season 46 were really good, but this season's been terrible. I mean, it was all right.
I prefer 40, but a lot of people had controversy at the end, so that wasn't that good.
52 was an awful season. Anyways, so the Rams won. Like it just seemed like, and we were talking about this in the green room. It was the most. For me, it was a boring, close game at the end, and I was like, and I love defensive struggles. I love. It
was okay. It was
games
okay.
that are close, but it wasn't exciting. It wasn't like I'm on the edge of my seat because maybe the emotion of knowing like I'm okay with one of these teams winning will maybe kind of took the air out. I wasn't like I was obviously rooting for the Bengals. I wanted the Bengals to win, but at the same time, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I wasn't palpitating because of it. Like some games, when you don't have a skin in the game, you're like you're nervous. You're like, oh my gosh. Like the Falcons, when they were blowing that lead, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like all of America was like emotionally invested with them, but it didn't feel that way with the Rams and the Bengals for me.
The memes would have been fantastic if the Bengals won. It would have been a glorious night, not just with, the cool Joe memes and just Cincinnati not having an indoor practice facility and still winning a Lombardi, but also with everyone dunking on the Rams and their all-in moves. That would have been great. It was I kind of saw it coming, but at the same time, it's
On the flip, I felt like it was LA doesn't have that many fans, regardless of what the fact that regardless of them coming from St. Louis, they don't have many fans.
Yeah, that's why it's probably better that they won because you're not going to hear many obnoxious fans like.
You're going to hear LA bandwagon on them, and then they're going to pretend they care.
Exactly.
That's what happens.
Exactly.
LA only gives a shit when you're good.
Yeah, I think Matthew Stafford getting his ring, that's good. Like he was good for a long. Like sometimes that doesn't happen to quarterbacks. And clearly, if Matt Ryan doesn't get shipped somewhere, he's going to end up he's going to be the Matt Stafford from Detroit.
But he got to the Super Bowl. I think
he ain't winning.
I think to be considered in the conversation of just being a great, not necessarily an all-time great, but a great as a quarterback, as a guy who's a top pick, you got to make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you got to play in there.
You can start assessing things.
Yeah, that's where guys like Andy Dalton fall short. Like it doesn't really matter how good they were.
Matter how good you were.
Yeah, they never got even past. I mean, Phillip Rivers
never made it.
Yeah, Rivers is going to be called.
Rivers might be the arrow with Big Ben, Manning, and Tom Brady. That's what happened.
Yeah,
if he were in the NFC, he would have made at least one Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, he was playing in a fucking in a gauntlet.
Yeah.
The big three for me are him, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. Those are the three that have never made a Super Bowl, even though their talent justified that they should have made it.
Yeah. They're the exceptions to that statement that if you don't get to the Super Bowl, we don't care how good you were. You can't be talked about as great. But Matt Stafford, I find it kind of funny that people are talking about Hall of Fame already. I mean, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer right now. Just because if you're being fair, he doesn't have the body of work.
He's going to
win a Super Bowl. That's a part of it.
To Hall of Fame, that doesn't make sense. That's no.
Yeah, but like, what does the Hall of Fame become? Right? It's
The
become
bar has
like,
been
all
set
right,
low.
it's become like the YouTube algorithm. Like if you just keep throwing out shit, after a while, it'll like you'll just keep getting the views until
Hopefully.
yeah, until the Hall of Fame just relents and they're like, all right, Andre Reed and James Lofton, who are deserving, don't get me wrong, but like they were brought in eventually just because Art Monk, who's a Hall of Famer, I mean, he just hung around for a long
look
time.
at Tony Baselli. Tony Baselli was an All-Pro. He had a short career, so that was a knock against him.
Mm-hmm.
But he got in after like 20 years.
Yeah, Terrell
they let
Davis.
him in.
Sam Mills, great player. I mean, he got into the Hall of Fame technically because it was his last year. They just wanted to do his family a favor. So
yeah, it's amazing in the NFL if you had it's not like baseball where in the NFL, if you had a 5-year dominant stretch where you were the guy, like that's good enough sometimes to get into the Hall of Fame. In the MLB, it's a 15-year stretch that you need.
Not even that. Character clauses.
Yeah. Sometimes like Darren Sharper.
Character clauses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Some of the best baseball players of all time aren't in the Hall of Fame. Shoeless Joe Jackson not in, Pete Rose not in, Barry Bonds not in, Roger Clemens not in,
Mark McGuire.
Well, McGuire.
That was against the NFL. Then guys like Ray Lewis would not get in.
Yeah,
Robert
but
Harris wouldn't be in.
Yeah, technically Darren Sharper should be in. I mean, as a player on the field, but they've been able to
He's
avoid.
In prison.
Yeah, I mean, he was a awful person.
He was doing that
shit. But technically, nothing bars him from being in the Hall of Fame. Though I think the voting committee has shown great restraint not putting him in because he is a piece of shit. Like
if it gets probably be in the committee.
Yeah, like why do you have to do that? Like I don't get that. Like he was just sick. Like he must be mentally ill that he went and did all that stuff because I don't think he had to do what he had to do to get female attention. He was just twisted.
Yeah, he's just fucked up.
Anyways, all right, let's run down some predictions from the Super Bowl Media Day stream. our pregame cursor. I want to talk about who got it right, who got it wrong. Hold on, let me just hide this. I'll show.
I was close.
You're very close. Actually, who? Oh, wait, no. Okay, hold on. I got to change one thing here because I had.
Yeah. The real winner is Vegas because the Rams didn't cover.
Yeah. I mean, I almost took the bet, the Bengals and the points because the line had moved to 4.5 by kickoff. So I'm done. Like me and betting, it's like I stopped. Like once I turned that off, like I'm not gonna bet. So I decided I wasn't gonna bet anymore. All right. Darian got it pretty close. He got it 24-21 for Black Flags Matter. Jacob Charnow got it right. Engraven. Tom got it right within pretty close. Tom Grassi. JD from Jackson. SRS Mike was off. Scott Fisher, KTO were right. Let's look at Uche. Uche took Uchstradamus took the Bengals 27-24. Blaylock took the Rams.
It should have happened.
Perna got the differential almost correct. He went 30-26. Known Bengals fan, took the Rams. Chisel got it right. Daquan got it right. Fitzy got it probably the closest besides Darian at 26-23. Will Keys at 27-24, and we were all wrong. Yay, Dodger, me, and Tree. Completely wrong.
The NFL doesn't make sense. Oh, no, it makes sense when there's money involved, baby.
Yep. Yeah, because I knew in my
ring, and he's going to get his ring.
I knew in my heart the Rams were going to win, but I just wanted to be an edgelord and take the Bengals and with the score.
Dude, chaos would have been incredible. We would have been partying throughout the streets if Cincy won.
We would, and they were winning, but I saw at the end, I was like, there's no way that they're gonna get that there wasn't gonna be a lead change in that last minute. Like that's the way the script writers drew it up. And they were like, look, hey, refs, you gotta call a questionable hold in the last minute, and they're gonna convert, and Cooper Kupp is gonna at least score the game ahead. I thought it was gonna go to overtime.
That hold was something else.
Yeah.
My question is, why are they
how do you ask a guy, how do you
like, why would you call that? I'm sorry. Why were you calling that like questionable hold? Yet the play before, I thought Pratt had a more egregious hold on the incomplete pass to the running back.
They also missed a false start, which I've been infuriated.
The entire line false start?
Yeah.
Come on.
They got to go to some system where they're using the telemetry where they're using the chips for false starts, because clearly human interpretation is not good enough of what a false start is.
Well, I mean, the Rams had
that was a big step and then a snap.
Yeah. Tree's internet still sucks. All right, let's read some supers.
It's my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the T. Higgins face mask. But that was understandable because it was at an angle where he really couldn't. The ref wasn't in position.
Why not use technology to get it right, though?
That's what I've said in my videos. I've said
that would be a challenge on pass interference. But how do you challenge pass interference if it wasn't called?
You can't challenge pass interference anymore because guess what? The refs, it bruised their egos. They never overturned anything. I think they overturned like 2 calls in 2019. That's it.
Yeah, that's PI.
That's what they
like
need.
Blatant PI. It's like, nope, incomplete.
They need an egregious missed penalty challenge. Like, and if you challenge that and you get it wrong, then you get penalized like 15 yards. If you challenge an egregious missed penalty, like a face mask, an offsides, a false start, lining up in the neutral, like they should just have those be like you get one a game and that's it. It's called a do-over.
or they could, I could see something working where they could say, okay, look, if there is a pass interference call made on any play longer than 20 yards, it'll be reviewed. That way you don't have a situation where it's questionable whether there's a pass interference on a touchdown pass that went 60 yards, 75 yards, something like that.
Yep.
Then it'll automatically be reviewed for whether you crossed the threshold and whether there was a penalty on the play.
Yeah, because the fact that it's a spot foul, that'll just never be,
because a spot foul nukes teams. And that's the risk of it. And I actually like that with the NFL because in college it's what, 10 or 15
20,
yards?
15 yards, I think. 25 yards.
But in the NFL, it's spot, so that's like dangerous if you get caught.
Yeah,
but it'll nuke you.
I've seen teams go for a deep shot on purpose on a third down, trying to get that pass interference. Yeah,
which is a
looking
strategy.
For the PI. Smart. All right, let's read some supers. Rye Guy 1218 introducing your 2022 Super Bowl champs, Red Ball.
Wave them flags.
I didn't think it was that bad. I know I put a meme out.
Bad year for refs in general, but
yeah. Do they ever have a good year? Is it ever? There's only one game where I feel like the refs had a perfect game, and that was the 2011 NFC Championship game between the Giants and the Niners. Like that was almost a perfectly officiated game. Like I think that has like the highest rated game of all time. And even the one call that they missed, the ball grazing Kyle Williams' legs, they got that right. So it's hard to have a good game, a perfect game. Tucker White, 94. Yes, Sunday's loss was absolutely on the refs, and in no way was a result of Joe Burrow getting sacked 7 times. It's always the refs' fault. Yeah.
they tied the record for most sacks given up, and it was a matter of time. We all kept telling him about the shitty offensive line and Diet McVay, and it finally came to pass.
Here's what I worry
I could
about,
not believe. Go ahead.
No, well, what are the Bengals, right? Like, were they a team that just got hot, or are they a team with a couple of players away from going all the way, right? Like, it makes you wonder whether, obviously, Joe Burrow is going to be around because he's so fucking good, but like, do they have an off season, a bad season next year because they don't put more people in front of Burrow?
I think there's no choice. I mean, if you don't, any GM that doesn't go out and get 2 guards and 2 tackles, whether it be through free agency and the draft, if I'm the owner, I'm firing you because we need that now. I thought dude blew his ACL again.
Oh my gosh, I was scared for him, man.
Because he had the look on his face like he blew his ACL out.
He was in pain. Same pain OBJ had when he had non-contact injury.
And they haven't even talked about that to give an update on what the actual injury was. Like he didn't get looked at by the ref.
Seems like it was a sprain. He probably would be out for a couple weeks, but it seems like it wasn't a tear, thank God. But
for Odell or for Burrow?
No, for Burrow.
Oh yeah, Burrow was fine. Odell, I think, just shredded his knee again.
Odell was tore ACL. I think it was the same one he tore in 2020.
I think the thing with the Rams is I think this was their all-in year, and I don't think they're going to be that good next year. They could be like a 9-win team.
Back. I think they'll still be competitive.
Yeah.
When you win a Super Bowl, everybody wants to get paid now.
Yeah.
Denver.
And they will leave because another team will pay them.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm a Super Bowl champ. You need to pay me. Obviously, what I do works. Right. Yep. Dodger Zion having me. Go ahead.
My bad. No, I was just talking. Go ahead.
All right. I was just bullshitting. Dodger Zion having me some brisket tonight. Y'all like some Texas brisket? I like any type of meat that's been marinated in vinegar. Tucker White 94. NASCAR's back on Sunday and IndyCar next week. Hell yeah. Daytona 500. All the boys are down there. I think Slap Shoes. I know Black Flags Matters down there. I think Jared is down there. He just ran a half marathon. And I think David Land is probably out there checking it out, having a good time. We could have gone, but we're too lazy. We're too
Well, I think we have shit going on.
I'll go to a Daytona 500 one of these days.
One of these days, yep.
Not this day. Ryan Irwin, what will the NFL screw up next? Also, congrats to the Rams on winning the Super Bowl. Bengals played tough, but need an OL. Yeah, finally, what was your favorite Super Bowl ad? Oh, good question.
I feel like most of the Super Bowl ads were just like,
Dr. Evil was the best one.
I think, honestly, the most clever one, and this pains me to say this, hurts my soul, was the QR code DVD.
Coinbase.
It was the only one where we were all like, what the fuck's going on? And me and my kid were like, let's bust out. We got to figure out. And then my kid, he's like, oh, it's for crypto. Like everyone else's reaction. They were like, fuck, it's for crypto. I just got marketed by the worst possible thing.
I thought my TV went off. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because I went to the bathroom during my stream and I come back. It's like, wait, what happened to my TV?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Crypto.
No, I definitely like the GM commercial.
That
was nostalgia.
There was a lot of millennial nostalgia. You had Zach Braff and Donald Faison together in a commercial. You had a lot of
Rob Lowe.
Yeah, you had wasn't Pam and Jim from The Office in there doing a commercial? Yeah,
I mean, but the halftime show was the epitome of
boom
nostalgia.
Yeah, the halftime show was all about us. Well, I mean,
nostalgia and feels. That's all they did, and that's why everyone loved it. Like, trip back to the early 2000s.
It was great.
Everyone's
early 2000s, late 90s. Yeah, perfect.
75 cents for inflation.
Yeah. Ooh, that's what, in 2002, I was tripping on gas being $1.20.
Yeah. We were mad when gas went over $2 back then.
For real. Gas was like, what the fuck is going on? State of the world.
Wasn't 50 cents 50 cents? That was the widest way to say 50 cents. 50 cents, man. He is just, I can't believe. Wasn't he skinny at one point? Didn't he lose a bunch of weight?
He was jacked at one point. This cat, he looked like he'd been sitting on on Dunkin' Donuts the last
This
2 months.
hold on,
during
I
halftime show.
gotta reset.
He looks
this,
like he's
though.
bulking up for a weight competition. Then he's about to cut once he gets back in season.
Remember this 50 Cent though? This
yeah.
What happened? What?
I don't know.
And then now he got hit by this is deflation right there. Was he training for a role or something? Was he?
Yeah, that was a movie. That was for a movie.
Okay. And then at the halftime show, he done inflated. Look at that. Not even
like
the same.
A balloon.
He looked like Chad Johnson over here, like on the left.
His damn neck done disappeared on the right side.
And then on the right here, he looks like Tracy Morgan. Like, what happened?
It looks like David Ortiz without the coach.
That right there was prime. That was prime 50. The one that picture.
Yeah, right here.
That was the prime 50.
This is when he hit the scene. Like here, look at this.
Yeah.
What happened? He looked like R. Kelly in prison or something right here. What the hell is going on, man? Anyway, that we'll talk about the halftime show. Someone's gonna super chat about that. Rob the Vegas mailman. Rams won because Eli Apple played Pro Bowl defense in the Super Bowl. Eli Apple. See, people are burning Eli Apple. He actually played pretty decent. That route that Cooper Kupp ran, like you knew he was gonna get open. He ran an inside route and popped out quickly, like he was undefendable on that route. Eli Apple couldn't do anything unless you knew that he was gonna, unless he was gonna cut that and get burnt to the left. Like there was no way.
Well, I think there was. I saw a video on Twitter. I think it was Emmanuel Acho who was showing that play that they ran to take the lead, that they had run that same play in that same part of the field like 2 weeks before against another team. And if you're watching film, then you're prepared for that because it's like the same scenario, same formation, same everything. And they ran the same route and threw the same ball to the same spot. Because I felt like Eli Apple on that play, because he was a couple yards off. I feel like if you're a couple yards off right by the goal line, you got to be defending against back of the end zone or something coming, a quick slant. So if you're playing off like 3 or 4 yards, you should be periffering the receiver while looking at the quarterback and then just break, because he threw that ball like instantly. Matt Stafford didn't even look like he read it. He just threw back shoulder immediately.
Yeah, but if you're
looking at that as a DB, you can get under that if you break.
Yeah, but Kupp also kind of shoved it. Like he positioned his body.
He did push off too.
To where only he could catch that. Like, I mean, that's why Cooper Kupp's so fucking good, because he's a guy I would let date my daughter. He's a student of the game. He's sneaky athletic.
He's good.
These
man.
are all code for
he's
white
best receiver in the league.
Yeah, no, he's good. I'm just kidding.
He's a good player. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
I feel like
he's just a good fucking player.
Yeah,
he had the greatest
shitting on Eli Apple because he talked a lot of shit on social media the past few years.
That's why you got drug across the internet, dummy. Even your own peers were like, "Yeah, he garbage."
All my receivers were talking shit. Like CeeDee Lamb came off on him, Michael Thomas. I think a few others too.
Because he must talk major shit while he's out there. You know that, Ooch. Like the guys that talk shit out there, you love when they fail because they just
he talked a lot of shit.
Remember who was the linebacker from the Jets? What was his name again? Bart Scott?
Bart Scott. Did he talk a lot of shit?
He still talks shit.
Oh, he talked so much shit, dude. He said he was over there. we got in the huddle. This is the first play of the game, first or second play of the game against the Jets in New York. And this cat's talking shit to Maurice after the first play. And Maurice gets up. He's like, bruh, you gonna see? He said, can't wait. Next play, 40-yard touchdown run. And Moto started just dancing in the end zone.
But Bart Scott seems like a guy that would talk all the shit and then dap you up after the game and be like, we cool. You know, like some people do that too.
Yeah. He wasn't a dick afterwards.
Yeah. Some people talk shit, but then some people are also assholes after the game and they're fight me in the parking lot.
That's Ramsey.
Yeah. Oh, that's Ramsey?
Yeah, that's Ramsey. Because, I mean, he's trying to get a fight. Remember, he tried to get a fight with Taylor Lewan. on the Thursday night game after we all just got mud stomped. Like, what are you doing?
I think Cortland Finnegan was like that. That dude seemed like a little bit of a bitch.
I hated Cortland Finnegan. He was that. He was the guy who tried to fight, who tried to talk, who talks. Man, I actually had to block him. I blocked him like maybe once or twice, but it was in his vicinity a lot, playing. And dude, I had to block him once, and he tried to like punch me, like he tried to punch me, and I was like, "Are you fucking?" And I like reached to grab him because I was like, "I'm about to fucking twist him in half right now."
Right.
I got kind of mad because I was like, "Yo, that was unnecessary."
Andre Johnson fucking took care of Cortland Finnegan. You never heard him say shit after that fight. We're like, it's on the internet. It's on the internet. Probably Cortland Finnegan still probably kicked my ass, even though I know jiu-jitsu. He would probably still beat my ass. But whatever. You know what? I can say that I didn't like the way he played football. That's fair enough. David Lim, the best thing is Detroit fans claiming this Super Bowl win as their own. LOL. Go Detroit Rams.
We got one.
Stafford should be in the Hall of Fame for staying in Detroit for 12 years. No, Stafford will get in, right? 2 more solid years. Maybe another playoff win will seal it. But
no, he needs at least he needs at least 2 more conference championship appearances, and he has to have 1 more Super Bowl because he didn't have anything before that. You can't give him Hall of Fame off 1 Super Bowl. If winning 1 Super Bowl is all it takes to get in the Hall of Fame for a quarterback, like what the fuck?
Yeah,
like, he might at least win back to back.
Yeah.
Does Nick Foles belong in the Hall of Fame? He's on a ring. Great playoff season, man. Joe Flacco, great.
I don't give a shit. He don't belong in the Hall of Fame. Because you know what happened? He got $88 million the very fucking next year, and he didn't do it. He got benched for Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to the Hall of Fame.
Jacksonville's fault. You should have known what you were getting into with Nick Foles.
That was a Jacksonville team that was just needing a quarterback, and he was the guy, and that was the playoff squad. That was after the playoff year. After the AFC Championship. So in a way, Nick Foles kind of helped ruin Jacksonville.
And actually what ruined you was extending Blake Bortles and thinking he was the answer.
Yeah, that was bad.
They scrambled.
Boulder Night 297, $1 for each time I've watched the halftime show. Great game. This offense is going to be crazy. Yeah, so the halftime show was amazing. Took me back to high school when we went out at midnight and got the Snoop Dogg album at Waxy Maxie's. Y'all don't even know about Waxy Maxie's.
No, I don't know.
And about that. You had to buy your music in a container. Like it came, you had to unwrap
CD warehouse.
It. Yeah, and it had a warning on it. Yeah.
Yep.
We had tape.
California.
That's how fucking old we are.
Did you download off Napster? Because that was the way to do it.
Definitely.
I went Napster.
Napster
and then Napster went down and you did the Russian roulette with LimeWire or Kaza or Morpheus, like one of those things.
Kaza was like amazing because they took it to the next level. They're like, you can get music and porn on this bitch. So
and games.
and games. You could get anything off Kaza. But 50% of the time it was a virus.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
That's what kind of killed torrents. Torrents were my go-to until motherfuckers just started lacing them with fucking viruses.
Right, you were installing FBI software on your computer, like they were just like, oh yeah, let's make sure this dude ain't looking at child porn. But they knew what they were doing. Tucker White 94, but Uche Stafford's one of the best fantasy QBs.
That's what I mean.
I don't hear many stories of Stafford winning people fantasy trophies. I don't hear about that.
That deep ball against Bay, he cost me a fantasy football championship. He threw a big touchdown in garbage time, and he was facing him. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? It was like against Green Bay, literal garbage time. It was like a 35-yard touchdown pass. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's when he shines.
Fucking Packer defense.
Yeah, fucking Packers. I love you, Virus. That was great. Yeah. The AFL game, Rams Super Bowl champs told all of you. Now, do y'all remember in like 2000, I want to say 2003, 2004, with like Internet Explorer. There was those pop-up windows that just came no matter what. Like you could put like someone found an exploit.
You had that Trojan in your computer system, so you couldn't stop it no more.
Yeah, and it like, dude, I would go to hospitals and like I was like in an OR one time and fucking porn ads were coming up on the fucking screen and the doctor's like yelling at this nurse. He's like, who's looking at porn? I'm like, dude, it's like a glitch. Like no one can stop this. This is like ridiculous. And I think what happened is like the NSA like figured out who it was and was like, we're gonna fucking murder you if you don't fucking stop this shit. And it like basically got shut down because of that. Like they were like, we're gonna fucking go to war. Like we're gonna find your shit.
Pop-ups are dangerous too, because if you're sitting there looking at the old, you remember late 90s, early 2000s internet where the pages come up, like it takes about 2 minutes for the pages to come up.
Yep.
Back in those times, that's when pop-ups started. There was no safeguard, right? So you're sitting there. I'll never forget. I'm sitting in my dad's office. It's like right after school. I'm like looking at my video game sites. And I just say, let me check out this one site my buddy was talking about. And nobody's gonna be home for a few hours. I can at least let me take a look. Man, I tell you what, I thought I don't know what the hell happened, but my dad came back from work. He got on his computer, started looking, porn just started popping up. And then, who has been messing with my computer?
Yeah.
What is this nonsense on this screen?
Who has been that shit would layer? Remember in Solitaire?
What are you doing on my machine?
Remember in Solitaire when you would hit the last card and the fucking cards would all fucking fall? That's how many layers of porn would be on your screen, replicating over and over again. And you'd be like, fuck no. Stop. You'd be like unplugging that shit. Dad's coming home in 2 minutes. We're fucked. It would take 40 minutes to download one picture, but the pop-ups would be like
the pop-ups are instantaneous. Flash. They're using Flash.
Alan Nadeau, NASCAR on Fox aired their promo for 100K cams for the Busch Clash, set to air Thursday at 10 p.m., estimated after the duels, and they included part of my video in it. Oh, that's awesome. That's pretty cool.
There's a sports store called Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
And then when you're a kid, you try going, it's like, I want to go look at Dick's Sporting Goods. Dicks.com. And then you see like gay porn. What the fuck is this?
Well, I remember whitehouse.com was a porn site, but people like old boomers would go to whitehouse.com to go complain about the president, and then a porn site would pop up and they'd be like, fuck, I didn't know this was a thing. But clever marketing by the porn people. That +1 for them. Nowadays the pop-ups, you know what to do, right? You're just like, all right.
Okay, so let me ask y'all if y'all remember this. This is the one pop-up that I feel like everybody had to have gotten this pop-up. The about.com window that just pops up and it's a blank window. And if you try to close it, it don't close.
Yeah. Or if
you try to go home, it don't go home. It stays on there. You're like, what the fuck? And you can't get on any website. It just says about something.
Yeah, you would just have to unplug your computer and walk away. You're like, fuck
either that, or you have to find a way to go in your browser and undo the.
You got to go into your fucking browser registry files and erase half of them,
right? Or download.
That's a good way to learn about computer programming and skills, though. Trying to figure out how the fuck to get rid of that shit.
Yeah, how to clear out your registry.
It refined my computer skills to a T.
That's when you learn to delete your history, kids. Delete your history, or go incognito. It wasn't incognito mode back then, so you had to delete your history.
There was malware bytes, and that was like malware on its own, but you'd install it because it was.
Do you know how malware started?
How?
You're never gonna fucking believe this. Malware literally started because the U.S. government and Israel worked together on a way to infiltrate Iran's nuclear.
That's right.
Their
Yeah,
network to their nuclear nuclear weapons production, and they created fucking malware, and it got out because the Iranians caught it and found it on a scientist's laptop, and the shit then got spread around the entire world. That's where it comes from.
I will turn it around on you. You think you spineless capitalist, you capitalist swine. I will use this against you. Fuck you. And they did it to us. They fucking fucked, dude.
They fucking unleashed it on the world.
Oh my gosh. Who's the guy? Disturbed, I think, is the YouTuber that does like the history of viruses and stuff. Watching that guy will blow your mind, man. All right. That guy you don't know, it was all part of the script. A Hollywood ending. Tree, what is your favorite NBA team? Do you have an NBA team?
I liked the Raptors when I was growing up.
There you go. Well, they were good one year. Mm-hmm.
Did we get out on the door and let's go UW?
We did out on the door. I didn't get let's go UW. You read that one, Robot.
Yep. Let's go UW. Just on a bit of an off topic, but Scott Boras is poisoning the players' union side. Man only cares about his top 5 guys getting as much as possible, while owners are proposing a cap floor and ceiling. Oh, it's more than that, dude. Like baseball, don't think the owners are saints either, man. Like,
listen, if they miss one game,
trying to get through that.
What's that?
We're still trying to get through that CBA.
Yeah, they're not close.
Yeah, they're nowhere close.
Yeah, well, I thought a week ago that they were close, dude. If they miss one regular season game, it's gonna be irreparable. Like fans are,
they're already missing spring training. Pitchers and catchers were supposed to report today.
Yeah, it'll get figured out in the 11th hour because that's what happened in the NFL. Because look, dude, we swore and I was ready. I was like, shit, I just got an extension. Like I'm good. I'm like, shit, let's not play at all. Let's not play at all. Until they give us everything we want. Just don't play.
But
they
then the
can't
11th
stand
hour,
to lose that money.
Right.
but
I feel like both sides are entrenched, though. This one's a little different. I know the NHL did the same thing. Like, they dug in.
They're always going to dig in because they're competitors, right? That's the thing. You're going to posture. The thing is, Ooch, the union, the MLB Players Union is not as they got a thicker backbone than
they're much stronger.
Every fucking union has a thicker backbone than the fucking NFLPA. Fucking cowards.
Yeah, it's unfortunately this is a Mexican standoff, and the only way to win a standoff is to stand off, unfortunately. And that's how it's gonna go. It's how it's gonna go. It's the only way. Like that scene, you ever see Point Break when Keanu Reeves and Bodie jumped out of the plane and Keenau's got the gun, right? Johnny Utah's
got no parachute.
And he's got no parachute. He's like, throw the gun away or we're dying. I wouldn't have thrown that gun away. I would have been like, fuck you.
Fuck it. We both die.
The only way to win
is die, we die.
And he caves. He tosses the freaking gun. He wasn't into it.
That was his first movie. We'll give him
Reeves. That was not Keanu Reeves' first movie, was it? No, he did Bill and Ted before that.
No, Bill and Ted was after that.
Nah, we're gonna argue.
Okay, I'm not 100% positive, but I watched a review on it a few months ago, and I remember hearing that it was his first movie.
First movie where he played a cop. All right. No, actually, his first movie was called Hanging It in 1980. Oh, no, it was a TV series. Wait. He was in a bunch of TV movies, but
Silver Screen is the only one anyone cares about.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure came out in 1989. Point Break came out in 1991. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Ted Theodore he was in Dangerous Liaisons? I didn't know that. He was in the movie The Night Before. That looks to be his.
Keanu was the shit.
By the way, me, you, and Tree all have IMDb's for some reason. I have no idea.
I saw the tweet.
That happened, but we're all famous, and we all cash $1 million checks because we have IMDb.
I wish.
Can you give me a fucking blue check mark? I've got an IMDb. Fuck y'all.
Dude, I look like a blue check mark. Do I look like a blue check mark? Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm getting blocked.
Can't even get decent internet.
They're not even giving out them blue check marks anymore, huh?
No, you can still apply, but
it's tough.
Yeah. Not all of us are ex-NFL
I got mine
players.
back in 2009 when they started.
Yeah. Where were we? We said Rammers line. What do you think of the halftime show? It was great. It was wonderful. I thought that was one of the best. Top two. Prince will always be number one. Michael Jackson was up there.
Michael Jackson will always be number one. That one was like revolutionary.
When they had the 5 Michael Jacksons on top.
Yeah, they're popping up all over the fucking stadium.
Yeah, that was crazy. But no, that was one of the best ones. Dude, Kendrick Lamar just killed it, dude. Like I was like,
he killed it, bro. Kendrick is a beast.
Yes.
Kendrick is from the Tupac tree.
Yes, he's in the Tupac coaching tree. They're like, all right, yeah. Short dog.
Oh, did anybody else think that they were about to that Tupac was about to bust out on stage during that?
I thought the hologram was coming.
Hologram. Yeah, I thought the hologram was coming. I was hyped.
When I saw 50 Cent, I was like, oh, y'all busting out surprises. Are they going to have Ja Rule in a cage and they're just going to dump shit on it?
I thought they were going to bring out like hologram of Biggie Smalls and Tupac.
Yeah, but probably Dr.
Dre. I swore they were going to bring out because Dr. Dre started playing the I Ain't Mad At You melody. They started off with California Love, which California Love is a Tupac song. That ain't a Dr. Dre song. And when they did the I Ain't Mad At You, I like stood up like the fucking what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio. I was like Tupac.
Hey, I know that guy. Dude, I thought it was all over. It was one of the most solid halftime shows in history for sure. Very solid. Where was Nate Dogg? And the video of Snoop smoking weed before, I was appalled. I would never.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck was that?
It's marijuana.
Who put a camera on
legal. One, it's legal. Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about? Two, it's fucking Snoop. What did you think he wasn't going to smoke before he came out to perform? Shit, I hit a bowl before we come on this show.
I feel like Snoop would smoke like a just an entire like thing of weed before he just puffed the whole thing and then walk out with a pile of money. Call that a halftime show, instant top 10 show in the NFL history.
Some people perform better on the weed. Like some people, want them to be a little drunk when they perform or a little high when they perform. Some people handle it a little bit better than others.
It's like druggy Eminem, way better than sober Eminem.
Right. Charlie Sheen on a bender, way more entertaining than sober Charlie Sheen. Okay, let's just get that out.
There are a lot of chefs in the restaurant industry that do better when they're high than they are sober.
Right.
So it is possible.
You want to buy your pizza from the pizza joint where everyone's high because they're going to throw extra ingredients on there.
Oh, it's going to be fucking nice and thick pizza. Nice.
Right.
They loaded the sauce, loaded the cheese. They said, "Oh, you're a big guy." Okay, let me. And they just throw more on there. Yeah.
You want your delivery driver to be high because he's gonna he'll be like, "Yo, fucking hey, man, you gave me $2, man."
Halftime show. Shit.
That one guy says there has to be some officiating reform. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Also, for the love of God, Bengals, fix your line. Yeah, if it doesn't ruin the game completely, they won't fix it.
Why should they change it? Over 110 million people watched the Super Bowl.
We're all.
Damn, was that a record? Was that a record this year?
I don't know. I mean, it was high.
Hold on,
I think we've had bigger ones.
Yeah, I think it was like 125. Probably, I would say the highest was probably Philly, New England.
Most watched TV shows. I did a whole video on this.
It's all Super Bowls
of all time. Most watched television. Yeah, Super Bowl XLIX. That's what, 49?
49 or
49 was 114 million. They don't have the official numbers on Super Bowl LVI yet. No, okay. Super Bowl LVI 56 was 101 million. So
101
not even
million?
close. That's not even in the top 10. Holy shit.
Probably more because of the teams. Again, not a lot of LA fans, not a lot of Bengal fans.
So
Bengal fans are concentrated in the Midwest, but outside of that, great, stories, of course.
They will brought the ratings.
Yeah, Super Bowl 49.
Tom Brady was back in it. Yeah, I would have blown.
Yeah, that was Brady versus Wilson. Second year.
Brady versus Rodgers. Well, you couldn't do that, but
yeah.
Hypothetical.
I'm really surprised here. What do we got? Super Bowl 46.
That was an amazing Super Bowl. I was in the Bahamas when that Super Bowl was happening. And I was watching it. And
Where'd you
playing
stay?
blackjack. I was at the Atlantis. I wasn't in the main one, in the main Atlantis. I was in like the adult side Atlantis.
Got you.
There's like
only.
There's like a connected, yeah.
But that's the bridge suite.
Yeah. Boom. There you go.
Michael Jackson.
I was playing blackjack, and the game was on, and everybody's watching the game, playing blackjack. This dude comes up next, like the entire table I was on got wiped out when I got there, and I was like, "Oh shit, everybody's losing." But I had won my two hands before everybody got knocked out. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna say." A dude comes up, he was down like 30,000, and this was right before the catch that Tate made off his leg.
Or is that
makes that catch?
Curse. Or Golden Tate. Yeah.
The bomb that bounced around and then landed on his leg, and he like held it on his leg, and he was upside down. It was near the goal line. He was down 30,000, and he had 30,000 riding on the game for the Patriots. And he was about to have like a breakdown. His uncle was like, "It's okay, man. It's okay."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh man, it's over." And then the pick happened from Butler. The next play, this motherfucker jumped off the table.
Dude, that was Javon Curse. Or no, not Javon Curse, not the freak. It was what's his name? It was Curse. J-Ron Curse.
Okay,
Jermaine Curse.
Jermaine Curse. Gosh, how many times can we fuck it up in one time?
Because we don't remember who the fuck he was.
if I was down 30 and
if they won the game, they'd be showing that play for an eternity. That's the thing with Curse.
If I hit a $30,000 bet like that, I would have ran and jumped into the pool with all my clothes on.
If the Giants lost, nobody would be talking about David Tyree.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. Yeah. That was the greatest catch. But people still talk about Julio Jones's catch because it led to the biggest disaster ever. After
all they had to do was not pass the goddamn ball.
Mm-hmm.
Ian's Dallas run it and kick the field goal. God damn it.
Ian's Dallas, a parody song to the tune of Ram It called Ref It. Ref It good. All right. JS, am I being a Seahawks fan hater for saying the over-the-top praise for McVay, who coached shaky, and Stafford, who played shit for 3 games, is too much? I think McVay is a little overrated coach, but he won a Super Bowl, right?
He's been overrated, but I mean, he did win a ring, so I think it wasn't really because of Sean McVay, though. I feel like his play calling gets a little sometimes. Then again, it wasn't enough to win the Super Bowl, so
yeah,
it's legacy sealed.
He got lucky. He had Von Miller and fucking Aaron Donald.
Yeah, they stacked their fucking roster. That's, to me, man. I don't know. As a player, I just feel like
it's the.
I feel like it's one thing if you make exactly. I feel like it's one thing if you get a good, if you have a good core that you had built. And they're star. You got guys that turn out to be stars, and then you add 1 or 2 more like top level players to like kind of solidify it. But when half the team is acquired through trades because the clock must have been ticking on him if he didn't get it done, and then everybody kind of like hails him as this like Emmanuel Acho said that this cat is the Elon Musk of football. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? This guy literally stacked his roster. You know what this means? This means they don't have a future.
No, see, McVay actually produced something. Okay.
He did. He produced something, but
Elon Musk ain't produced nothing. Elon Musk created underground traffic. Good for him.
He did.
Blake Trout said, "I swear to God, if the Eagles trade those three firsts for Russell Wilson, I will challenge Howie Roseman to a boxing match. I'm tired of fighting with other Eagles fans over this trade talk. Leave Jalen Hurts alone." Russell Wilson's not going anywhere. Okay.
He might. I mean, the trade rumors are out there.
He does this shit every offseason. He talks a lot of shit, and then come training camp, he's a Seattle Seahawk. Like, he just stories leak, and like, why wouldn't you? Like, I get it. If I'm an Eagles fan or if I'm the Eagles team, any team that doesn't have Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, or Patrick Mahomes should trade for Russell Wilson. Okay, Giants included, Tennessee included. Who else
should
could
be the
use
top
him?
free agent this year? Yeah.
Who else could use fucking besides? I mean, I guess Jacksonville has to stick with Trevor Lawrence, but like, or Lamar Jackson. Okay.
Chicago goes after him.
Carolina. Carolina could use that motherfucker.
Yeah, they could use some. I think with Russell Wilson on that Carolina roster is bad. It's a bad roster. I mean, it's just not good. It's not good. It's the opposite.
49ers. If I was the 49ers, I might be like, yo, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Russell Wilson would take the Niners to a Super Bowl.
He would take the Niners to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that's a team that's ready to go right now.
Yeah. They are very, like, Aaron Rodgers is not going back because of the draft snub, but who knows? Who knows? They should have drafted him first. Sean Pinkerton, Steelers hire Pat Meyer as O-line coach, formerly of Carolina OL, which was 31st and 21. Oh, sweet salty Christ, no. Steelers gone to Tank Bowl.
Dude, their Carolina line was garbage. Like, the worst was Chicago, but they had Cam Irving as a blindside blocker. It's like, oh, Jesus. He probably
came happened to me in Jacksonville. In Jacksonville, we had the number 8 running attack in the NFL. Andy Heck went to Kansas City, and then fucking George Yarno came from Tampa Bay. Before that, he was in Detroit. Both teams were last in the league in rushing, and he came to Jacksonville, and I'm like, you said you played in the NFL?
You sure you
he
know?
Said, yeah. And we went and looked him up. This motherfucker never started a game. He was in like this the USFL or some shit too.
And he's telling y'all what to do.
And we were fucking last in the league in rushing that year.
Did he just do things that like didn't make sense? Like what?
Yes. He changed the entire call scheme. Like, look, you know, y'all both know this. Center comes up to the line, him and the quarterback pointing out who the call is for the play, right? Usually say Mike, the number, or Mike,
right,
here, or whatever.
Mike. Yeah.
This motherfucker changed our entire fucking call system to a number system. It was like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, it's like, what? And it was so confusing that Brad Meester, a 14-year vet, we're in Denver playing the Broncos. And there's a play that we had been like talking about all week that we just couldn't get it called right because it didn't make no sense what he was trying to do. And we get to the line of scrimmage, and this motherfucker looks at me, and he has terror in his eyes. He says, "Ooch, what do you think we should do here?" And I look up. I'm like, what the fuck did you just ask me? I'm looking up. I'm like,
we're in the game. Like, we're playing.
Go to him. He's like, all right, go to him. We didn't even know who the fuck we called. Like, it's bad when you get an O-line coach that doesn't have any kind of like history of producing good offensive lines. And 2, doesn't even really understand the game of football in this era. He was like an 80s era football player.
Right. And you're just like, you don't know what you're talking about. Nick Roy Uche.
His highlights as a coach, besides college, he played for a year in Arizona and the St. Louis Stampede. In the NFL, he was an O-line coach at Colorado State 2008-2011, a Montreal Alouettes offensive coordinator, O-line coach, assistant offensive line coach for the Bears in 13 and 14, offensive assistant for Rex Ryan's Buffalo Bills in 15 and 16, O-line coach and run game coordinator for the Chargers in 17 and 19, and the Panthers O-line coach in 2021.
Not a lot of like productive units anywhere in there. Like, I don't even think there was a productive.
His Wikipedia is just basic. It's just very basic.
Yeah. Neither of us have a Wikipedia.
Well,
only Uche has one.
Well, I'm sorry, Najee, you're gonna die. So have fun.
Nick
That
LaRue
sucks,
says,
too, 'cause that
Uche,
dude
remember
is a
David
great-
Garrard's Hail Mary?
Oh yeah,
you
I was
do.
on the field for that. It was a great play.
Yes.
Amazing. That's probably one of the 10 best plays in Jaguar history, to be honest.
Yeah,
We were making a run that year.
Firing Urban Meyer. Let's go UW. Crosby finally hit 500.
Yeah, they got 500
If
goals.
this Pens team doesn't at minimum get to the cup, it's a disappointment. Ron Hextall deserves Executive of the Year.
Right.
Penguins are that good?
Right. I mean, I hope they haven't beat too much. I mean, the East looks really tight, especially whomever comes out of the Atlantic.
Yeah.
So
Your
if
internet
Pens
is
win
trash.
Super Bowl or Stanley Cup, then I'm gonna raise it. But for the meantime, I mean, I'm just gonna take it as it goes.
You need to reset your router. You need to fucking go do some shit with that. Your
You
internet
may
is
need to get
trash.
a router upgrade.
Yeah,
updated.
you need to go get an upgrade.
Might
but-
be a lot.
they
Might
might-
be
they
getting
might-
up there in age. Usually
Yeah.
lasts a
I
couple
don't-
of years.
I don't trust Tree to update anything technological. Remember when we would do this stream on his laptop and his battery would just die in the middle of it? And it
The whole thing
Well,
shut
He's
down.
like, "Oh, but my charger's
I thought I had it
upstairs."
plugged and it didn't turn up.
Uh-huh. But my charger's upstairs.
Shut up, asshole. This is when people I was living with, they had a fucking game night upstairs.
Uh-huh. I mean, we're doing a show, but you can't find a fucking get an extension. Breakaway on Shesterkin is saved. Third degree Top Gun with the Super Bowl now over. It's time to focus in on college basketball with March Madness right around the corner. The Boilermakers are primed to make the Final Four, and I can't wait to watch Boiler Up. I think the Auburn has got a good squad too, as well.
Boiler up, baby. You already know it.
It's going to be some March Madness.
We've been fucking good in basketball consistently for the last 15 years, but we've never been able to get to the Elite Eight. I think the Elite Eight is as far as we got. And
1 year, it
it was injuries that kept us from getting over that hump every time. Robbie Hummel got injured towards ACL. He was going to be. They were talking about that motherfucker being like a top pick in the NBA draft, and then he blew his ACL.
Yeah.
Then we had the big center, the big German center.
Mm-hmm.
He tore his elbow, and those were 2 times that we were literally on the cusp of being our girls team has a national championship.
I think my alma mater smoked y'all on the way to Final Four run in 2011.
Quiet.
Smoked y'all. It was 20 points. And y'all were a 2 seed, I think, something like that.
Yeah, I think I remember that year.
Yeah,
who else we played?
That was the best year ever.
What's your alma mater?
VCU, baby. Come on now.
VCU. What the fuck is VCU?
Virginia Commonwealth University. Yeah, I know.
Oh, Virginia. Virginia.
Yeah.
Virginia, I remember that year. You fuckers. Yeah, y'all beat the shit out of us. I was oh my God.
Yeah. Joey Rodriguez was just fucking making behind the back passes and shit. Dude was 5'3". And he was just fucking tearing y'all up. And they got all the way to the Final Four.
So then
Kansas.
Eugene Monroe then. Eugene Monroe's a UVA cat. Oh wait, you're different school, right?
It's a different school.
Fuck!
VCU is not UVA. It's completely different.
Never mind. I don't fucking know what goes on in fucking Virginia, dude. Come on.
VCU. Shaka Smart used to coach there.
It's its own thing. We got uniforms and everything. It's cool.
Is that D1?
Actually, one of those schools, like University of Phoenix. It's from
you don't remember that? We beat y'all by 20.
VCU sounds like a venereal disease. It's
it is a venereal disease. I didn't pick up any at VCU, I'll tell you that. Because I wrapped my shit. Sure. Clarence Isaacs Jr. kind of wish Ludacris was in the halftime show just so he could get into the intro for Madden NFL 2000 as a tribute to John Madden. Yeah. Yeah, but Luda's Atlanta. If there's going to be an Atlanta Super Bowl, Luda's got to be the halftime act.
Yeah,
They'll get another Super Bowl in there.
Where's the next Super Bowl? It's in
Vegas.
No,
wait, it's Arizona.
No.
Arizona.
It's Arizona. Then it's my. It's not Miami. It's Arizona. Then it's.
I want to say Vegas.
New Orleans got pushed back.
New Orleans is at the back of the list right now.
Yeah, because of the fucking shit. Super Bowl LVI is going to be in Glendale.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one is in Allegiant. And then the next one is in the Superdome. And there's the LX has not been selected. So Super Bowl licks. LIX.
Super Bowl licks.
Super Bowl licks.
Was the 2007 Super Bowl was in Glendale. I went to that.
Yeah, that was David
That was
Tyree.
a great fucking time.
David Tyree, baby.
Yeah,
The helmet
yeah.
catch. Hell yeah. The Simpsons Cincinnati, I read that one, right? No. Simpsons Cincinnati. I've been working on Unofficial Haters Guide to the 2020 Olympic Hockey Tournament, and I'm having a blast doing it. Part 1 done. Part 2 will be after the quarterfinals. Thanks for the inspiration, Tree.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. I mean, I was thinking about doing one for the Olympics, but like since the NHL players aren't going to be there, it's going to be just a little out of the way and more.
You take
niche.
You take a second of Olympic footage, and they will fucking copyright.
Oh yeah,
strike you.
dude. I was the same thing with the World Cup. It's like I had to
same with
like
FIFA.
alter that shit so hard.
I can see Seth Blatter being like, these fucking copyright thieves. I must strike them down and sue them into the ground. How dare they take a still image from one of my videos? Fuck them.
Right.
Anyways, so random guy, RIP the kitty. Yeah, the kitty does not go meow anymore.
Kitty goes croak.
Yes.
Kitty goes
Nah. The one guy, we have a tradition. That one guy says we have a tradition of not watching the halftime show. I like any kind of music except pop and rap. Okay.
Oh, good. You would have hated the Super Bowl then.
Yeah, you would have.
I was
for everybody.
like early 2000s rap.
He's like, hey, play that Morgan Wallen.
I didn't really like it either, but I like more classic rock when I was a kid. So yeah.
Scooter had a great tweet. He's like, man, after this Super Bowl halftime show, we getting Coldplay 5 years in a row.
No.
Hey, that's what happened after that wardrobe malfunction. They said, all right, we're going to
they're like,
somebody call what's his name from the Beatles?
Yeah, Paul McCartney. I think the
Rolling
Call Paul McCartney. That's what we're rolling with from now on.
Yeah.
Like he brought in all the old classic rock guys out of Panic.
Yeah, they were like, call up the boomers. We need the
Which
boomers.
is like, like nobody's watching that halftime show. Sorry.
Well, I mean,
Jake,
most of the boomer audience will.
Jacob
Yeah, the boomer
Tobin-
audience will, but it's like, no, my bad. Go ahead. We're just
No. Finish.
I would
You're
have say
too
that.
nice.
Nothing important.
Yeah. Limp Bizkit did a halftime show. No, they didn't. Jacob Tobin, what should your guys' teams do in free agency and the draft? Giants need to just select the best player available with those 2 picks. They don't need to get cute. They don't need to trade or anything. They need to just get offensive line help big time. Big time. And just, I mean, free agency, that's the way you build your team now in the NFL. And the only thing is like if you don't hit, if you miss on those free agents, you're like Nate Solder. Yeah. Fucking costs the fucking Giants for years.
Nate Solder's getting a bag, though. So more credit to him. And he got some rings in New England. So you know what? He's punishing the Giants by proxy for choosing Bill Parcells over Belichick. And he sends his men across the world to sabotage. Trent Brown did the same thing with the Raiders. So
apparently Andrew Whitworth wanted to play for the Giants, but they wanted to draft Thomas, which is fine. Thomas is going to be good for a long time. Whitworth's kind of old.
He's 40. He's retiring.
Yeah, he's going to be retired. Aaron Donald's talking retirement. OBJ, I don't know if he's going to retire, but
no, I think he signs with the Rams for another year to try and like rehab.
They're going to try to bring everybody back. They're going to try to pull a Tampa.
I don't know if they have the cap to do it though.
Mr. Superfly 87, does Tree want Jimmy G as the next Steelers QB?
Nah, too tepid. It just sounds uninspired. I don't think going for a vet's the right move.
You're gonna
I think unless they get somebody who's
you need a line.
Pull a Aaron Rodgers or a Russell Wilson, Pittsburgh will be fine just drafting a quarterback because they're going to draft the fucking Hall of Fame quarterback. We just kind of know that.
Rodgers is not going to Pittsburgh.
No, Aaron Rodgers is either he's retiring or he's staying or he's like probably going somewhere random like Minnesota or something like that. I know Brandon's saying that they're getting Aaron Rodgers in Denver. No. They're getting Kirk Cousins. Kirk
Yeah,
Cousins.
Cousins could be on the move.
That would be a curse.
I think Cousins gets dealt.
Here's my reasoning. Denver wanted Kirk Cousins in 2017. They couldn't get him. They had to settle for Case Keenum. George Payton was the assistant GM in Minnesota, so he knows about Kirk Cousins. They have a connection there. And Nathaniel Hackett, I think he could probably see Kirk Cousins as filling that role of an Aaron Rodgers in his system. Kirk Cousins.
Until he throws an interception late in the wild card game and you're out of the playoffs again.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, so it works out.
Yeah. No, I think the Denver's really prepared to make a run at Aaron Rodgers for sure. For sure. Yeah, I don't think it happens. I think Green Bay kind of fixes it and gets him back, but who knows? Who knows?
Well, the question is, like, if Green Bay fixes it, what do you do about the cap? I mean, you're going to lose.
Doesn't exist. Okay. LA just won a Super Bowl, just completely ignoring the cap. There you have a loaded roster, all with superstars. It didn't matter. They signed Odell Beckham in the middle of the year, and they're like, yeah, we got cap room. We got room.
Vet minimum.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying, LA, the cap doesn't exist.
Well, they loop it because of bonuses. That's why they do it.
Mr. Superfly.
Bonuses really count.
Golden Hybrid said, I had a dream last night that the Steelers traded up with the Falcons to draft Pickett. Then I woke up. God, please let him somehow come here. That would be the ideal.
Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis. Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis. Come on.
You would have to trade.
I'm praising it in the cosmos, although it's not going to happen because the Steelers were too good. But I want one of those two.
Malik Willis will not be there unless you trade major capital for him. Willis is coming off early. That I know. Charlie Tekua Petla. What's good, my guys? Got to give a shout out to Uche for that interview with Del Rio. Yeah, I saw that. A little bit of it last night. Also, Taylor Lawin. LOL.
Don't do that.
All I remember is last week that somebody mentioned Taylor Lewan's podcast. You went off for 20 minutes.
You do not.
It's just that dude is all hype, man. He's all hype.
Shit.
Yeah, that's all I was
saying. Who's a worse person, Taylor Lewan or Warren Sapp? Who's bigger on Uche's shit list?
Oh man, honestly, Taylor Lewan.
Really?
I idolized Sapp at one point. Fuck him now, but I'm still a fan of him as a player back then.
Right.
I don't care about him as a person. Taylor Lewan ain't shit as a player, and he ain't shit as a person. And he gets all this hype, and he's got his own little podcast. Man, I could bull rush that motherfucker right now into the ground. He don't have no leg days in the weight room.
Yeah,
his ass is light.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I don't want.
Buda Baker did it with one arm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dan Young said, "I say let the worst teams in each conference play the week after the Super Bowl. Call it the Toilet Bowl and play it at FedEx." Hey, they already leaked pool water. Yeah, the NFLPA wouldn't let it happen.
The injuries are not with the field.
Every time a touchdown scores, the field will be drenched in pool water.
Pool water.
In the end of the fourth quarter, Bane comes out and just blows up the entire field. And everyone cheers.
Hey, Tree, were you in the crowd during that? Did you go to that filming when they did that?
I knew a person who was. I was not.
That was pretty dope. They used some of the Pittsburgh Steelers players, Hines Ward, Ben Roethlisberger,
Bill Cowher is the coach.
Bill Cowher.
Cowher was there. Yeah, he was the coach.
And the one who survives is Hines Ward, who is not known for breakaway speed. That's the funny part to me. Hines Ward was not a breakaway speed guy. He was
on a 100-yard kickoff return.
Yes.
People have said that I looked like Hines Ward. I was like, are you fucking blind? What's fucking wrong with you? Emerald Spire, salty Titans fan from St. Louis here, watching us beat the Chiefs and Rams 55-19 combined in the regular season, only for Tannehill to disappoint. His low general standard in January makes me livid. Fire Todd Downing.
Not happening.
Yeah, not
Fired some
happening.
assistants, but not Downing.
Jurwa says, what do you think of Matt Boldy, Tree?
Matt Boldy of the Minnesota Wild. He seems like he's doing good so far. He's had a couple big goal games. Haven't been really able to focus on him per se. If you're Minnesota, I'm looking at more, the career years of Brian Hartman and Matt Zuccarello. So Minnesota, I feel like they're in a weird situation because of those buyouts that are really starting to kick in for Parise and Suter next year. But I think they got a chance to go far if all the pieces fall right.
All right. Pat-a-cat.
I think they need to bolster on defense a little bit, but that's just me.
Pat-a-cat 116. Hey, Tree, World Cup year, they're going to be a hater's guide for it.
I don't know. I mean, I would have to bulk
You'd
up
have to do some serious research.
Yeah.
That's what I did for the first one. I followed like a lot of just the World Cup stuff, really dug into a lot of it, and that's how I got that vid. The only reason why I might not want to do it is because, like, I don't know if I want to deal with the copyright bullshit again. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't really fuck with you. Get away.
I like
anything.
tweeting about the World Cup. I don't like putting out content about
the World Cup is always like, I love the World Cup, man.
I do too.
I love it.
It's a spectacle, man.
Yeah, it's the only all or nothing.
It's like literally, motherfucker, my country against yours. And if we lose, we're going to kill the players.
My favorite part was when Brazil spent hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe billions of dollars in like assembling a World Cup, winning a gold medal, and then just getting crushed by Germany 7-1 and seeing everyone just die. It's like we spent billions of dollars and built a state-of-the-art stadium in fucking Manaus for this. Are you fucking kidding?
We literally destroyed our own economy.
Yes,
we destroyed it.
They still have not recovered from it, like.
Oh yeah, it was a fucking mess. They've been getting wrecked by COVID. They have political corruption. There was zoo, mass, everything you can name. Brazil, it's fucking.
Well, people don't realize Brazil is still a third world country. Like, I mean, parts of it are first world, like Rio, like the resorts, but most of it is a third world country, and. It's hard.
Is that they created different laws for the companies that were coming in for the World Cup. So they made a law that you you cannot buy like any beer in the city or in anywhere in the cities of the World Cup unless you buy from the World Cup sponsor, the World Cup sponsor.
And Anheuser-Busch InBev.
So corrupt.
Like, how do you even? How is that even a law worth even writing?
So, like in Brazil, like with the parking, if someone needs to park, they'll just double park you and they'll just block you in, and you've got to either find them or wait, or literally push their car like out of the way. Like they have no respect for like any type of
simple,
structure. Like simple courtesy. But at the same time, if you're like in a hurry in Brazil, something's wrong. Like. You know what I mean? Like no one's really like in a hurry anyways. So like Americans that go to Brazil fucking hate it because they can't stand the lack of structure or order. But most Brazilians are like, whatever, let's go to the beach and fucking look at asses. Like it's normal to them to get blocked in and not, they're like, oh, I guess I can't leave. I might as well just go to the beach now. But it's Americans can't take it. We can't stand it. Spartan Win, what are your thoughts on the Detroit Rams gear? I thought it was funny, but like not. Come on now, just because Stafford won, it's a little like Detroit. Y'all need to win your own shit. Like, just don't live vicariously through Matt Stafford, please. I thought that was whack.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but fine, whatever. You can have this. You can have this, Detroit. Golden Hybrid 3, we need an Oklahoma drill between Uche and Sapp. Ooh.
Man, his body is fucked up. I could take him.
You could take him right now.
I could take him. Right, it would be a struggle right now, but I'd take him.
Warren Sapp got fired from the NFL Network. He was all right. He was pretty funny on there.
He was beating up hookers.
Yeah, he was beating up hookers because they tried to charge him extra for his weight. I've said that many times. It was like it's like when the hooker saw him and they were like, it was like the airline trying to charge for 2 seats.
Yeah,
That's the way they
gonna be
were
100
with Warren.
more.
And he got mad.
100 more.
Yeah, and he got
He
kicked
just
off
punched
the
the
plane.
bitch.
Yeah. He didn't play. He didn't understand that in GTA 5, the cops actually can't just go to pay and spray. GN, looking forward to the Daytona 500 and NASCAR season. Do you think the baseball stoppage will increase NASCAR's viewership or no? No, not really. No, because like baseball fans are just gonna wait for baseball and bitch about it, and you know, I don't think so. NASCAR and baseball, they're just two different things. Like, I think people will just, hardcore baseball fans are just gonna be mad about not seeing baseball. It's sad, man. It's sad. But remember what is Ooch, the last lockout in the NFL, everything started on time. They didn't even miss anything, right? I think training camp maybe started a week late or something, maybe a month late.
Free agency started immediately, and then we had like we had a week. Let me see, how did it go again? Okay, so we got to training camp after they ratified CBA, yada yada yada. We get to training camp, but then free agency started on like the third day of training camp.
Oh, so new people were
motherfuckers were just giving money away. They were just like, you see guys signing guys who were literally good players, but not a $50-60 million player. And they were getting $50 million. Because teams, I mean, hey, we got to go to work now.
Yeah.
Guys are flying off the board.
All these dudes getting paid, showing up in Bentleys and shit, and you're just like, fuck. I picked the wrong year to not be a free agent, huh? All right. I
almost took a free agency.
It looks like we made it to the end of the show. Short night, NFL is gone. People are returning back to their lives.
This great journey that we've been on together.
We ain't going to have football for 6 more months. It's going to be tough, but the draft will come. So, Ooch, what you got coming up? I know you had Jack Del Rio on the show yesterday.
Yeah. I'm gonna be dropping a couple of clips from that tonight as individual videos, but gonna start doing film breakdown. Me and Justin to start kind of creating an O-line ranking for the 2022 NFL draft, and we're gonna rank all the offensive lines in the NFL.
Oh wow,
that's gonna be something we're gonna be doing throughout the course of the offseason.
The build up. Tree, what you got going on?
Well, I'm working on the NFL debriefing. Finished up the vocals for that. About to start editing. Should be out in the next few days. Otherwise, just trying to probably work on some freelance projects, I would say.
Did nobody talk about Donut Gate with Jack Del Rio on the stream last
That's going to be the first video. That's going to be the first video I'm going to drop. Because he remembered it after I told him the story. He was like, oh, I said, bro, you were more mad about the fucking donuts than losing the game to the Bengals. He's like, yeah. He's like, that's personal.
Listen, man, you don't fuck with a man's donuts.
Okay? You do not. There's a hole in there, but that hole ain't for sticking things in it. It's for eating.
Right, Connor's trying to sneak this one in there. Steelers gone to Super Bowl.
They did go Super Bowl. There are people with Steelers uniforms on. Cam Hayward was there, which means Steelers go Super Bowl. Prophecy fulfilled.
Tickets.
I
got stuff coming out. I think I'm gonna do like best interim coaches of all time. Maybe I got some NBA content, but that's like further down the road. So you know how it is. Most shameful NFL records. I got stuff. So, all right, y'all. Let's. I got a Josh McDaniels video coming out too. That's going to be interesting. Dodgers said
that's definitely a question for the season.
Afterburn in 15. Oh wait, let's bring in the dumpster fire people real quick. Sorry, I forgot. We got a little bit of time to kill. 10 minutes, maybe.
Yep.
Hold on. Send out the invite. I'm loving it. So yeah, it's gonna be a long off season. Like we gotta tide ourselves over until the draft. That's usually the.
Well, we got free agency.
Yep. Free agency. When does that start?
In a month, right?
That's March 17th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I get it? What's up, Hiei? Did you enjoy the Super Bowl?
It was a good game. I think, like a lot of people, I'm a little bit frustrated with the refereeing in that last 2 minutes, especially the play, the flagged play that we all know about, where it was literally everyone is offside but the center.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, the holding didn't happen because the entire line except the center had moved.
Yeah. The pass interference on to get them to the goal line, that was a legit penalty. They should have called the holding on Pratt. I thought that was more egregious than the ticky-tacky hold by Logan Wilson. Logan Wilson was playing out of his mind. He should not.
And honestly, the part where you see his hand turn with the body, I think it's because the Rams player had turned his hip to go for the ball more than him actually holding. His hand
the problem is most people get away with that pretty regularly. Why are you calling it now?
Yeah, especially for everything else that went on that game. You swallow the whistles for 58 minutes, but then barf them up and remember how to blow on them. So,
Connor, no, I have not thought about doing a video on Jake Paul's boxing career. No, do not.
Don't dignify that clown.
Yeah. Don't.
He's making bank, dude. He's making bank.
Yeah, but how much of that is him? How much of that is him paying someone to sandbag in the background? Let's be real here.
Probably. I think we see an egg in the background.
You do.
Red ass.
I don't know. Maybe.
Red ass. I know you're over there.
Is that Texas brisket that you're smoking? Huh? Is that Texas brisket? All right, Dodge, what you got going on before we get out of here?
Before we get demonetized by Ag.
Yeah.
I've got the Afterburn coming up in about 15 minutes. Grocery store risk is ending this week. So we're going to be doing one of the final rolls tonight. We're going to be doing a little Jackbox. And it's going to be a good time all around. And also, I have finally begun moving.
Congratulations.
South Carolina.
Congrats.
Yep,
you're moving
South
down
Carolina. Ag is helping me move, and it's great.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Guys.
What's up, Ag?
What was that, vodka?
Just come
He's just
sliding
drinking
in
right out of the bottle.
Hey, guys.
Lemon vodka, straight.
Lemon vodka straight out the bottle. Did someone say addiction? All right, guys, I'm going to call this show. Thanks, everyone. Golden Hybrid EDP is back, by the way, and he's hungry for cupcakes and kids. Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
God.
I thought he was in a Walmart or something. Someone took a picture of him. Dude, that guy needs to be done.
Yeah,
I was saying,
he's
if it was EDP's ass that had moved you guys actually would have gotten demonetized.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then the
He'd
feds
have
would
been
have come.
working on Scream for like $5.
Yeah. Sad times for EDP, but I don't really care. The guy's a monster, dude.
Yeah, he brought it on himself. Fuck him.
Yep. All right, everyone. We'll see you next week. Dumpster fire, baby.
Peace.
I'm out.
Montana says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.